to knock off two of the best tonight.
What's all about right there. That championship. If she has earned. She's going to have 3 of professional wrestling to hold on to tonight as 2 of the greatest in the history.
You notice that statistic, 3-0, and under triple threat rules, there is no advantage for the triple threat matches in her career. That's important, Wade, because a champion.
Yeah, it's pretty much the worst nightmare of anything losing your title to a better woman. It's another thing champion having to defend in this scenario. It's one entirely losing your title when you're not factored in champ. You avoid at all costs, but fair play to Iyo Sky to the finish of the match whatsoever. This is the kind of matches that she took it on the chin and she's ready for combat.
You know, Pat, last year at Wrestling, does that weigh on her mind coming into this match tonight?
No, obviously you
Iyo Sky lost the WWE Women's Championship to Bálor.
have to have thoughts of yesterday's nightmares every once in a while, but she is our champion. She has had to retain it against Rhea. Feels like she's a new Iyo Sky coming into this WrestleMania. Obviously, Bianca's been waiting, but whenever you think to come out here on the grandest stage, think about everybody forgetting about her. She could utilize that as motivation.
And she will have a large contingent supporting her.
Champ tonight in Las Vegas.
Tonight in Las Vegas.
Cement her legacy as a...
Presented by Minute Maid. Bring the juice. In our kickoff match here tonight on WrestleMania Sunday is...
There's a buzz in here, Cole, isn't there?
I'm on my own against the odds. They hear me roar, and now I'm watch you fall.
Well, you hear the reaction,
I'm way better than before. I need a
ladies and gentlemen, for Bianca Belair here tonight. This earlier has really played a key role, and there is a reason for that. Bianca Belair, Pat alluded to the story of Iyo Sky defeating Rhea Ripley to win the World
I'll put it this way, if you win the Elimination
Championship and then a special guest referee a few weeks later.
But as Belair did, and you earn yourself a champion, a one-on-one match. This is not that. This has got a lot of championship opportunity against whomever the champ may be. You expect it for Belair, so I get why she's the green.
And this is emotional for Bianca. Entrance with Bianca Belair, who is a stellar, because, well, that is her stepdaughter, enjoying this record at WrestleMania. She comes in at 4-1, but Bianca Belair has always shined on the one loss was in a battle royal. Beyond big stage. Remember the matchup with Sasha Banks in the night once again belonged to Bianca Belair. The main event a number of years ago here at WrestleMania. Will this
double Dutch happening in the back was nothing short of impressive, which the EST of the WWE is everything that revolves around Bianca Belair. The toughest, the strongest, the quickest, the baddest, and tonight, it's the title.
Yeah, normally at this point,
she beats 2 other people and walk out of here.
Nerves are sky high, I'd argue, with the competitors before. They've all done it before. They've all had massive success in this opening triple threat match, though. They've all been here, but on this kind of stage in the past, nerves.
Michael Cole, can you spell WrestleMania without the letter?
Maybe at an all-time low for a match of this magnitude.
E, S, or T?
No, not at all. Both Iyo Sky and Rhea Ripley. So let's see how that plays out. Bianca Belair, however, in her career has struggled against out here tonight.
A lot of roses there.
Hey guys, bringing the juice all night long. They're squeezing every ounce of energy. Let's check out the Minute Maid juice box where fans will be in a WrestleMania. And what's this? We got the Minute Maid out, guys. He's not playing around. Let this serve as a reminder. Mascot bringing even more juice, literally. Watch out. When every day feels like a Monday, bring,
Cole would say,
the juice box. He's got to be better than juice.
Watch out, guys. That's something like
Than that. loser from Pittsburgh, Iceberg.
Whoa! Out to the juice box. WrestleMania juice is one. Oh, Iceberg probably enjoys some juice boxes, and shout out that is needed and appreciated. This place is buzzing.
Listen to this ovation. It means to her. She told me, hold. I asked Rhea Ripley what WrestleMania, because Rhea Ripley has been a part of every that incredible moment at this big event. WrestleMania since the year 2020. And tonight, Rhea Ripley plans. You know, Pat, we're on the Pat McAfee show this to regain her world championship past Friday. And we talked about this in the Countdown show. The past couple of years. And the word confidence now comes to mind. One thing we've learned about Rhea is the maturation of Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, confidence in who she is. She said she's Rhea Ripley. And with confidence comes comfort. And when you have brought it to her truest self, her most authentic comfort at the biggest stages, that's when the champion's poised to leave Vegas with her title, and ship title comes back home. Mommy, and I don't think anybody would be surprised.
From Rhea to a dojo in Japan, City Wrestling in her homeland of Australia, to playing a soccer and performance center in Orlando, Florida, to become karate and swimming, to making the trek to the Berlin NXT UK champion, back to the States. Incredible career ride for Rhea Ripley to dominate WWE. It has been
She's an anomaly. Back on the biggest stage in sports from Australia. And tonight, she's entertained.
Let's kick things off with a great elite.
The following contest is a
Trisha Taylor.
The threat match, Women's World Championship, and it is for the championship. The challengers from introducing first from Knoxville, Tennessee, Bianca Belair. Next, from Australia, Adelaide, South Korea, Ripley, and their opponent, Damage Control. Representing from Tokyo, Women's World Champion, she is the Iyo
Champion Iyo Sky with an incredible record against Bianca Belair. The champion is also undefeated in her career against Rhea Ripley. Tonight, gentlemen, this is how the rules work. First woman to gain pinfall cements the championship in a triple threat match. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, will become the world champion. There are no countouts. There are no just be involved in the decision to lose her title tonight. Yeah. Qualifications, and Wade, that means Iyo Sky does not have to...
Absolutely not. It's a trepidatious time for a champion, and if Sky may have a major advantage, there is real bitterness. Triple threat matchup like this. But Iyo Sky between Belair and Rhea Ripley that has developed where Iyo Sky benefits.
To your point, it's starting right now, yet again.
Over the past couple of months, and they could take each other out. That's...
And Iyo Sky is, I told you, she's no longer things off against Rhea and Bianca Belair. And now, Rhea and Bianca are going to be thought of as an afterthought. And Iyo Sky still go after one another. Iyo Sky now looking to pick up the pace, and there's the power. Boom!
Great Rana from Iyo.
Power of Belair.
Although if Iyo Sky wants to get into a power game, Sky.
And now Iyo showing off some of her kick of Rhea Ripley. And we are underway in a athleticism. Nice drop kick, drops Bianca Belair. And a drop women's world title.
Everybody's kind of getting a taste of what this.
Now Rhea and Bianca square off yet again.
This is about to be.
Iyo out of the equation momentarily.
To show you the power, wiped out Iyo Sky and turned this effectively by advantage of Rhea Ripley there. One drop kick and it's complete to a one-on-one match, which is exactly what Rhea Ripley and
now showing off their power.
Iyo Sky's okay with Bianca Belair and Rhea.
Bianca Belair have wanted all along.
Yeah, a couple of waistlock takedowns.
Ripley beating the hell out of each other a little bit here.
Well, this is the smart thing. The onslaught let these two rip each other to shreds.
Yeah, but she wants to show
this is what Iyo should have done all along. Step back in that opening of
the world how good she is, Wade. And a nice history in this stadium. Back in 2021, kip up by Bianca Belair. Rhea Ripley's got some at SummerSlam. She was involved in a triple threat match for it. Back in the same scenario, same stadium tonight. A world title that she had recently lost. Belair now.
Genetics that the EST has shown us many times.
Belair so quick.
Taking advantage of those freak before.
SEC championship. Hell out of Iyo Sky and Rhea Ripley right now.
And Iyo slips out from under.
DNA beating the hell.
They're going to try to take advantage of that long braid by Bianca. This will be a detriment. Into the. We've seen that used as a weapon. It can also order Bianca kicking her way out.
Heel first to the nose.
Double blockbuster. Covered now by Iyo.
Of Rhea Ripley.
Top rope. Oh my goodness, that's the both women in a kick out.
What an exclamation. I mean, simultaneously.
That was a double blockbuster.
Point that would have been on this defense had she pinned both.
Did you say?
Basement drop kick as well by Sky. The apron. And Bianca sending the champ into the turnbuckle. And now Iyo targeting Bianca Belair. Iyo launched out to the Rhea Ripley with a kick, drives Bianca outside the ring.
That's two kicks that so much power.
And Rhea now cannonball off the apron to take out Bianca.
Sent competitors outside of the ring by Rhea Ripley.
Remember, no countouts or disqualification. And takes out Rhea right at the table.
Picture post.
Iyo Sky, the genius of the Sky. Gonna fall.
Iyo Sky. Flying at WrestleMania.
The genius of the Sky doing what she does best. Iyo Sky so reckless with her own body. Yes, now, moments prior to that was Rhea Ripley won on Bianca Belair and taking her eye off the champ. Once again, having laser focus exclusively on...
Roll through by Iyo. Stop right to the gut of Rhea. You know, one thing I've noticed, guys, it is much warmer in this stadium tonight than it was in the early going. Cover now by Sky. Hook to the leg and a kick out of two. Last night, will that have any effect on the performers, Pat?
Yeah, the sun's earlier than it was last night. But this match could be the reason. Certainly has its fastball. We are in the desert. It does feel like it's hotter thing for it.
Iyo Sky now. Rolling up Bianca Belair. Really going. Who does that favor, Wade?
Well, and the temperature's like...
Who's got a kick out at two. Fast-paced matchup in the early...
This endurance does become an issue, and I will personally... in a scenario of pure endurance.
And now Bianca Belair.
Always back. Bianca Belair, the uber athlete.
Belair.
High speed, though. You got to think Io's happy about that.
Yeah, nice suplex. Another suplex. Bianca Belair showing off her power here. It's by Bianca.
What if it goes to a power game?
Floats through into her. The EST. Marching her up into a kipper. Talk about showing off me. On the ring with a vertical suplex to Iyo Sky.
How could you boo that? You're booing greatness taking over Sin City. Oh, never mind. Spoke too quick. If that's the case, the EST. Rhea Ripley says, enough of that.
Belair showing out a little. Rhea Ripley, an opportunity back into the fight.
Oh, Iyo got
too much there with Iyo Sky down, allowing Rhea
caught. Bianca Belair. Oh, she's going to have a baseball team here in a couple of years.
Yeah, good night, chap.
Like Juan Soto, swinging a bat.
Well, Vegas Stadium just to be down the street.
Brief moment. And Bianca Belair again. We're back to that one-on-one match, which moment of cohesion there from Rhea bloody Ripley have desired so badly.
Land on her feet. Nice waist lock to Rhea. Rhea Ripley now going to show off her power to Belair. Belair will...
Rhea, of course, completely blames Bianca Belair for Belair was a distraction at ringside.
And Rhea
losing the championship to Sky in the first place after...
Now, lifting up Iyo Sky onto her shoulder, up top.
The human missile, Iyo Sky.
Covered by Razor's Edge into Bianca Belair. Rhea, hook of the leg for the win, kick out by
Bianca Belair taken out by the Razor's Edge.
Iyo at 2.
Thought that was it. The javelin from Rhea Ripley, and somehow Iyo
starting to show that physical dominance she has over it. Almost at all.
Sky keeps this match rolling.
Now Rhea Ripley really...
Iyo with a roll through. Nice takedown by Rhea Ripley.
Iyo Sky's legs.
She's looking for the prism lock. Turns things around now, and
she's in full control of the
submission move used by Rhea Ripley. Can she get the champion of Bianca Belair, though, from behind, and again the inherent danger. Tap the tap. If she does, it's over, and Rhea will be of the triple threat matchup. Power by better feet. Nice deep arm drag. Oh, Belair up on her shoulders. Bianca, Rhea lands up this with a big boot. Face first.
Both had the same match.
Both.
Idea. Both faces getting spiked up.
Absolutely incredible.
Iyo off the ring. Sky, the first back to her feet. Bianca and Rhea both down in the corner.
The bullet train attack by Iyo Sky, both to Rhea.
Corner.
Now, and Bianca.
Rhea and Bianca might distract each other too. Iyo Sky says that's it. Watch now, Iyo Sky's taking advantage. Hit Cole.
Making a point, this division revolves around.
Now going to meet Iyo up top.
Around me. And now going to put this one to bed.
Bianca Belair going to get involved as well. It's a dangerous situation for all three women. Iyo! It somehow landed on her face. Rhea in this match.
Well, Bianca Belair was the chief instinct.
And Bianca down as well. Critical moment, Wade.
Gator in that car crash from the top and the sea herself. Iyo Sky clearly getting the worst of this, but second rope, but Belair took a nasty landing. Now all three women laid out with the...
Indeed it is, as we begin WrestleMania.
The title hanging in the balance.
Sunday, with the Women's World Championship hanging...
When it really counts.
Who's going to survive
in the balance?
All three women showing up and showing out.
This and become our champion.
Bianca not allowing Rhea to get stadium. Rhea Ripley with a forearm. Bianca with one is back to her feet, at least momentarily. Sold out tonight, Allegiant well. Nice drop down by Bianca Belair. Ducks over the leapfrog and just kicks Bianca out of her boots. Belair. And Rhea. Iyo Sky with a missile drop kick.
Iyo Sky.
The champ brings the WWE.
Kip up, flip up, Iyo.
Three fans to their feet. Bianca blasted Iyo out of the air.
In this kind of matchup is admiring your own by this massive audience backing her to the hilt and handiwork. Iyo Sky getting lit up. Of course, Bianca Belair was ready to pounce.
But again, Pat, that's
for Iyo Sky to be distracted, whether it's giving herself flowers.
Shows Bianca's experience in this type of matchup.
She was waiters are looking another way. Spears her out of Vegas.
And Rhea with a running knee.
Connected with that 450 splash.
Bianca, shooting star, cover now. Hook of the leg.
There, Cole, but I get the point. Dangerously effective, guy.
And a kick out. Rhea cannot believe. Cover now by Rhea. Stacks up Bianca for the championship.
Kicking out of a riptide. This is Bianca Belair.
Iyo Sky thought she had it. Bianca Belair spears her.
And finding a whole new level.
Out of Las Vegas.
And you're right, Wade, this is a 450 delivery. Riptide to Bianca. We thought it was over here, and a kick out by Bianca Belair. And then Rhea Ripley with a by Belair.
And that is the highest stacked pin possible in Arsenal. If it didn't work, where the hell do you go from here, Bull? After the heaviest artillery in this woman, Ripley.
Well, Rhea's going to turn her attention out of the champion, Iyo Sky.
Competitor, maybe another one.
Looking for another Riptide now to the champion. Bianca rolled out of the ring.
Iyo just so happens to be the closest.
Rhea Ripley. Oh, nice turnaround. Drop Rhea on her guy.
Incredible flexibility.
Iyo now. Oh, head. Great counter. That DDT by ran right into a kick. What a move by Ripley.
Genius of the Sky, who is groggy, propped up. Ginger like a capoeira kick right to the temple of the gingerly against the ropes. And now in the worst position.
Dazed, confused, and about to be broken.
Mission possible. What the hell is Ripley cooking up here?
Iyo Sky.
Iyo above the top rope. Rhea Ripley. Rhea. Oh, what a counter by Iyo. Glancing out into the sellout crowd. Sky countering a massive riptide. Oh, and Rhea. Sky, top rope. Genius of the Sky. Got the boots up. Belair. Ripley breaking things.
Bianca Carter.
KOD. Kiss of death. Done. What action. The KODs. Up 450s and riptides.
Over the moonsault was supposed to be it. Rhea gets her boots up into a KOD. Perfectly timed. Iyo Sky rolls right. That's supposed to be 1, 2, 3. Up with these. This is an instant beat. Instead, Rhea Ripley breaks it. Classic to start WrestleMania Sunday.
Oh, hats off them. So good. Nothing pretty about it. Like a mental sharpness of Ripley there was just so offensive and slapping someone down.
Now Belair talking trash to Rhea. And now. Bianca all worked up. And Rhea rips a big right by Bianca.
Completely wobbled the knees.
He's hurt enough. And now the slugfest underway. That was
of Ripley, who's still game to fight.
Ripley block.
Oh, God. The bitterness really has boiled.
Now Bianca out to the apron.
Loven out cold.
There's some massive shots being thrown here.
Both women here looking completely reinvigorated as they
late in the match.
Throw the heavy leather.
And now Rhea dragging two of the most powerful women in the game, going at it high above the ring. Bianca up toward the top rope. Bianca looking to block. And Rhea drops Bianca to the floor.
It's about the worst place Bianca can.
Right, still.
Headbutt by.
Could have fallen for Rhea Ripley.
Iyo Sky now. Iyo going to do here from the top rope. Iyo Sky.
Uppercut there.
Whoa. Once again. And looking. Oh, and going first off the post. Go Rhea. The power of Ripley trying to hang on. Sky, did you guys hear that?
Attempted a poison runner up
top. Oh no!
The second rope, but now
Belair now with Ripley up. Counter the KOD. Rhea laid it on her feet.
Fight with headbutts et al. Wait a minute.
Ripley.
Oh, this is degenerated into a hockey.
Went for the riptide, countered by Belair.
Oh no! Oh no!
Using the break. Bianca, oh my goodness!
Oh no!
It is a weapon. KOD by Belair. Guy over the moonsault. Cover on Belair for the win. Iyo Sky wins. Iyo Sky wins.
And still,
what?
Here is your winner, Women's World Champion.
What a match!
What a
Iyo Sky
win for Iyo Sky.
Ladies and gentlemen, an afterthought, no
Sky.
More. Iyo Sky on the grand stage of Wrestlemania retains her world champion mania. And wait, we thought this was it for Rhea.
Well, that was about 8 replays from. There's so many options, but this was the moment. 20-minute highlight reel of a match. Where do you choose? Belair whipping the hell out of for the riptide, connecting so sweetly. Rhea Ripley was tasting victory. Attacking the pin, and with perfect timing, the over-the-moon eats it. Iyo Sky, the third of breaking up of Bianca Belair wheel in this entire build-up of the Sky.
The genius of the Sky hits the over-the-moon zone.
That this division revolves around the genius.
To break up the pin, then smoothly goes in for display by Iyo Sky. Are to cover 1, 2, 3. What a brilliant champion coming in, and our champion.
Why? Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair in this match tonight.
Walking out of WrestleMania.
Also, Pat, what a brilliant display by.
This is awesome chants scattered throughout the WrestleMania Sunday. And Iyo Sky, the entirety, an instant classic to kick off. Stands tall as our champ.
Between the Archer of Infamy and the Scottish Warrior. Cool Rebel in the Rumble elimination has all led to this. A Sin City street fight. Chaos. Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre square up next. Here is the year-long journey that has cultivated this rivalry.
You screwed me this whole year to get vanity now of making your life a living hell. Of every one of my moments, I have nothing.
I was so focused on the individuals right in front of me. For the longest time, I didn't realize that somebody was benefiting every time I got screwed. WrestleMania 40, Drew McIntyre defeats Seth Rollins for the win. Absolutely perfect. Until it wasn't. World Heavyweight Championship. A moment. Damian Priest cashed in his Money in the Bank briefcase, robbing me of my moment. To the castle, Money in the Bank, Royal Rumble, an Elimination Chamber. But it doesn't end there, does it? Clap. Avoid my attention. You've got it. This isn't about the World Championships. Down. For good. So you took that from me. This is about putting you down. Take anything from me. Again.
Drew McIntyre.
I have nothing now but making your life a living.
The victim. No holes in your logic, right? Make excuses, you bitch and complain, and you point your You're a hypocrite. You finger at everybody else other than yourself. You don't have. I am your villain. To paint me as the villain of your story anymore. I want you to stop playing the victim at WrestleMania. The time to and become my victim. Pray is now, Drew.
All I asked for was for you to verbally explain to me how I'm wrong. Maybe face me like...
Call me crazy.
No, like a man.
I'm a dream.
You did what you always do. You hid in the shadows.
Start to rise
The shards of glass went in my eye.
from underneath.
And I might never be the same.
I'm not afraid to play.
This match is a year in the making.
You're not ready for this fight, and I'm gonna bury you. At WrestleMania, I'm bringing the punishment.
You're 100% for a beating of a lifetime at WrestleMania. I'm gonna give you the...
I'm afraid to play.
The following contest is a Sin City Street. Introducing first from Ayr, Scotland, Bite. Weighing in at 202, McIntyre, 75 pounds, Drew.
It is only appropriate that this rival city street fight. The story comes to us tonight as a sin-hatred wave between these two men.
The past several months has been one of victimhood.
Incredible.
Yeah, well, Drew McIntyre's mindset over the argues that Damian Priest has cheap-shotted him numerous last year at WrestleMania when Priest cashed his times over the past 12 months, of course, starting with his Senior Money in the Bank contract on the knee from there. McIntyre is out for severe Benjamin at the time champ Drew McIntyre, and it's got worse tonight. We have sacrificed numerous security.
And these two have been trying to get their hands on each other
Kickoff show just a couple of days ago.
for a long time. And tonight, it's an all-you-can-eat fight. In Las Vegas, you can eat buffet of physicality. You know the things that happen on the streets of Las Vegas? On the Sin City streets. Let alone. The possibilities are endless. Whenever there's a fight to be had between two men.
And this match tonight is brought to you by Doom, the dark
That can't stand each other.
ages rated mature. Stand and fight is the unstoppable Doom May 15th on Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 5, PC, Slayer, and a medieval war against hell. Available pre-order now.
Oh, his Doom gear out right now. Drew's throwing.
He was dressed as Doom
So there's Doom Guy, Doom Slayer. There's Samuel Hayes.
Slayer, I believe.
Con McKeer, indeed, bro. Hell Knight's a problem. Oh. The Dark Lord will get you every once in a while, but Doom Slayer can really kick some ass. Oh, the Cockademon.
The what?
You know what I'm saying?
You're quite the gamer, like I said last night.
Cockademon.
The Cockademon?
Packer today, it's Cockadema. Whatever next.
That's right, Doom.
Yesterday it was Pat.
Right now.
Don't have the bike. Don't have the bike.
ice is melting cold.
And his opponent from New York, 149 pounds, the city, weighing in at 2April.
Touring globally as the solo artist and reuniting with how incredible is carrying King of Slayer. He's legendary metal band Slayer. We're back for select hosted by Damian Priest himself across the US and the UK, including one concert.
Damian Priest our solo to lead him into WrestleMania with a Slayer guitar into a street fight against Drew, a professional wrestling god right now. Drew McIntyre has to be feeling like a
complete shift in the expression of Damian. Now laser focused on complete destruct Priest. Once he gave that quick nod to Kerry King, of his opponent tonight, Drew McIntyre.
See a lot of the celebrities front row. Might be their first time out. Damian Priest with 10-foot high flex. I'm experiencing this. Yes, Slayer Bryant.
And yes, this is WrestleMania.
Drew's locked in.
Goes, you only win via pinfall or submission. And back in. This is a street fight. Anything tire. Wasted little time going after Priest. Bell's underway. Matchup. McIntyre misses wildly. Priest sends him over the top rope. And here we go. Dan Engler, the official in this match. Gonna be an ugly one, folks. And I mean that in a great way.
Anything goes here in this Sin City street fight.
Way. Priest now with an elbow. Takes out McIntyre.
Priest with a big time right.
Well, McIntyre at work, and your opponent is immediately back on. Gave it his best shot of that jump start. When that doesn't stop, it may be time for panic stations for the big Scotsman.
It's here on Drew McIntyre, who had held the title for just over 5. Again, McIntyre cashed in Money in the Bank in WrestleMania last 5 minutes. McIntyre once again. Priest to the Rumble, and now a suplex. On the got stalled by Priest and then eliminated by steel ramp.
Yeah, not only that, Damian Priest also eliminated. It has been an annus horribilis for Drew. McIntyre in the Elimination Chamber this year. McIntyre, and it's all been caused by Damian Priest in the mind of McIntyre.
McIntyre also the veteran at WrestleMania.
That is why Priest is going to be made a victim here tonight.
This is his 12th WrestleMania match. Priest is now
Doesn't hate anybody. Certainly a guy who thinks the world is working.
Been involved in 4 over the years.
McIntyre's going to find a reason against them. And now it's a steel stare that McIntyre's jaw says hello to some. Damian Priest hits off his face. Bong! Drew McIntyre.
And now McIntyre stalking Dragging McIntyre and into the barricade. It's a Priest stalking McIntyre. Damian Priest now. Ribs first.
Almost hitting what? And Priest is thinking table time. Here behind the hydration station.
We're about 2 minutes deep into this one, and both men already
had the upper hand. McIntyre with
he put through the ringer, but clearly Priest has had the upper hand.
Right now, bouncing Priest, chest first off the steps here.
These two both run 270. I mean, these two are so.
Oh, now right on top of our table.
280. Every shot takes so much out.
They want to do big damage to each other.
McIntyre just an
out of their opponent.
These are big lads.
Angry dude as he delivers the steps off the face of Priest, knocked to the floor.
This guy's going to have to get his hands up or he's right to the temple of Priest.
And again.
Going to keep eating steel stairs until he doesn't remember tonight.
Kind of match, you just have to leave humanity at the door.
Can't block that though to the spine.
Oh, it's a question of who is prepared to.
You and I both know that.
Well, if that's the truth, Pat, Drew McIntyre stoop to the lowest level.
Drew McIntyre
is going to win tonight.
Another stare to the beating up his spine, beating up his soul. McIntyre's spine of Damian Priest in control. And now he's
that was McIntyre's brother.
Of the damage he's done to Priest. Hey, now
last week
again.
This is.
And now taking a selfie. Going back to Wrestlemania last year. McIntyre was screwing around, tagged him, Priest cashed in. You think McIntyre would learn taking selfies at ringside with his wife? And what happened? What happened last year?
If you're going to win against your most, I guarantee you, has already gone viral online.
Well, I think
bitterest rival. Do it in style, and that's
Drew was thinking to himself, it wasn't a mistake last year, I'll do it again.
With that chair.
And this has all now become way too easy.
Oh, and now right to the ear of Priest.
For Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest. Look,
buying 2 tables.
And we've seen it's like a beaten man.
It's like this man's at a Home Depot.
Numerous shots already in this one that will take most yet. This match is still ongoing. What? McIntyre could have picked superstars out for several weeks. Put them on the shelf. Damian Priest several times by now, but this is about.
There's a chair in the ring. Now 3 tables have been
punishing the Punisher.
4 different sets of stairs have been used. They've been lifted from underneath the ring. 2 of them being set up for a nice 2. Crazy.
Yeah, nice look, Drew. Only time
He's right here in front of us. Drew McIntyre's thinking.
See the guy smile. And now Priesto with a right hand. Up the tables now. Damian Priest. And another one. McIntyre teetering on the apron. A headbutt must go kiss by McIntyre.
Too much durability. McIntyre taking way too long. Goes to show Damian Priest had those tables up, and he's lucky he got out of this one catching.
Stop taking the Scottish victory laps every time and get the job done.
Damian Priest with that Glaswegian kiss.
He needs a
McIntyre takes to the air and takes out 75 pounds.
Damian Priest, a beast.
How much does he weigh?
200 ounce of that. The flying.
That was unbelievable.
Scotsman.
How about a flying bus?
This McIntyre's special. The Priest scale's got to be much higher. Drew McIntyre's asking for Vegas to handle all this. The toughness.
The swaggering confidence of McIntyre, a man who has been.
You know what's coming now. McIntyre looking for a
to the top numerous times in the past.
But you know what's
right
coming?
At home.
Oh my God! Damian Priest just to a favor now. Hook of the leg for the win. Priest, Claymore!
Yeah, Drew dodged it somehow.
Cup kicks out.
Oh, God. McIntyre got so lucky there. Funny angle. That could have been way, way worse for Drew McIntyre. Clinched at the right moment. That chair bouncing off at an ugly little lost an eyeball in that one, but bouncing back with a claim.
McIntyre deflects the chair off his face.
More. I have no idea how Priest is still ticking.
Drew McIntyre hits him with a Glasgow kiss and now uses the chair.
With the steps. Now he's using the steel chair to his advantage.
For his advantage.
Again, working the spine and the back. He started, and once again, McIntyre to the spine.
You know, McIntyre with a big brain decision here to attack the spine. And when your back hurts, your whole body hurts. It affects everything.
Now,
oh no!
McIntyre going to wrap the chair around
The Street King is looking anything but the street.
the neck of Damian Priest.
He can't do this.
Fighter right now, he is getting annihilated.
Don't do it, Drew.
Whip burns into the south of heaven, flat out straight choke.
That's too far.
McIntyre.
Oh,
Choke slam. Cover now by Priest and a kick out by
variation on the standard delivery, a desperation.
McIntyre.
Highly impactful, but you're right, it was a very strike from Priest when it looked like all was lost ahead of Drew, which is why he was able to follow it up with that. Take a look at this chair. It was a glancing blow off the full Claymore, but here you go. Here's that choke slam, not a full-on swinging back and forth in the last 60 seconds.
Well, the thing is,
south of heaven and McIntyre just about kicking out. This one
is if McIntyre hit that Claymore with that chair wrapped around
Everything.
and now it's Priest who's going to return the Damian's neck. He would have decapitated him.
Over.
Favor. Did you hear that?
I heading chair shot to
Cracking
the
his
lower back.
It felt it.
That is a kidney shrink.
Again.
cracking his back rack.
After that, I've seen guys put in hospital for that exact same move. McIntyre is going to be peeing blood for weeks, for several months.
One more. Damian Priest. He's not done. He's just thinking,
oh, and again. And Priest now ripping the protection.
Damian Priest, the guy who grew up in some of the roughest areas of
Active pad off the turnbuckle area.
Puerto Rico and the Bronx, struggling with gangs.
spine to pine, pal.
Daily, clearly he can take a beating. Oh!
Drew McIntyre gives himself a
Moments of destruction around the ring can aid you in destroying your opponent.
breather in the middle of getting his ass kicked.
Look, all these instruments, they can also be a massive distraction, and Priest took them out, get back in this.
And now McIntyre setting up the table.
Too long setting that chair up, allowing McIntyre to...
It is Easter, happy Easter. That ain't no Easter. Destroying Damian Priest table, dinner or lunch table. That's a McIntyre. Welcome to a Sin City street fight.
Stays in Vegas, and the way this is looking to remain in the Mojave Desert for good.
And now McIntyre,
the carcass of one of these two men is going to...
with Priest on his shoulders. Low to the back. Priest now with McIntyre.
Sheamus is furious, trying for that white noise.
And now a Priest Razor's Edge to the table. Kick out by McIntyre. Cover. Priest, whose hero was the late great Razor. Kenny, this is awesome. Ramon uses the Razor's Edge. Awesome.
This is WrestleMania in a Sin City street fight.
Look at the anger.
Two are trying to steal the show and steal a win.
The disdain in the eyes of Drew McIntyre.
Stomping. Oh, slap.
Looking on at Priest.
Damian Priest.
Well, complete disrespect by McIntyre and in the ring. Priest is going to show no respect either. And now the slugfest underway.
It's Foreman in there. Two heavyweights giving it their absolute victory.
And a Glasgow kiss again by McIntyre.
Best burning themselves out in pursuit.
Oh, and a big clothesline by Priest. And you're right, Wade. This has the feel of the old heavy.
Priest needs a breather after that. How could you not?
Wait, matches of old at Las Vegas on the Strip.
Be home and dry. An opponent is not supposed to be. This is the point both men know they should be able to take this level of abuse. Whole bitterness between these two is driving both, but that hatred, that detached eyes come forward.
Both these men are going to feel terrible.
He's already screaming stop, and we might be going old
tonight and probably for the rest of the month.
The body is all here.
Indeed we are. Damian Priest to also set through the tables. Priest took a little bit too to idolize the Undertaker. Set through the tables. Much time on the tightrope. And McIntyre made him pay.
grimace is McIntyre. The damage is done. Smirking through the Priest is a beaten man, but you've got to
Suffered an immense amount of pain.
to pin him.
McIntyre is here tonight as well. Damian Priest.
Cooperating whatsoever. The problem for Priest is his mind.
Look at his eyes.
Neither man's body is kind, isn't cooperating either at this point. Drew's in mental
Both of these men,
McIntyre dragging Priest back into the ring.
control at least.
there has to be internal damage done to.
Putting him face first now. Into the chair. Have plan. A Claymore! Into the... McIntyre drops back to the corner. What is McIntyre? Head into the chair! Night! Over! Claymore for McIntyre!
Damian Priest! That's gotta be it!
And wow!
Ooh, McIntyre! Here is your winner, Drew!
What a night between these two superstars. Incredible, physical, violent match tonight.
We said at the start who the answer was both men, but Clinu is prepared to leave humanity at the door and pitiless at the closing moment of his surroundings, and sent Damon's there was McIntyre, who took full Damian Priest to hell.
Damian, the official Dan Engler, to raise his Priest is down and out. McIntyre forcing hand in victory at WrestleMania.
Led up to the name.
Future Shock DD.
Sin City street fight.
Start things.
Onto the steel stairs.
Priest tries to go old school, and he pays.
He somehow kicks out of it.
And then
Tables that McIntyre had set in the corner with this Claymore. Earlier, he clearly had not forgotten about him for that chair. He's head sandwiched between a rock and a hot over after what was an epic performance. And that is just game moments and effort from two men who left these two medical attention immediately. All out there tonight and get both of them.
Damian Priest telling the Dengler calling for the for some official. I can't breathe. I need medical help out here tonight. Emergency help as McIntyre celebrates.
Right in the end.
We're going to take an exclusive first look now at
Listen, I'm always
Dune, the Dark Ages, stand and fight as the unstoppable team on Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 5 and PC. Doomslayer in a medieval war against hell. Available May 5th. Pre-order now. This is wonderful on the planet, and this is also the home of the NFL's race. Las Vegas, the desert playground, and host to some of the greatest events. Allegiant Stadium on the Strip in Las Vegas, Nevada tonight for WrestleMania Saturday. Over 60,000 WWE fans expect. That was before NXT. Said that Jimmy and Jey Uso were going to be the late great Dusty Rhodes, once massive stars. That prophecy from Tampa, Florida. And tonight, Jey Uso fulfilled that to Las Vegas, Nevada, to the World Heavy.
You did it, Jey!
Heavyweight Championship in the top of the world. And look who is in the ring. Emotion overflowing tonight. Brother Jimmy, tears in his eyes. There is a reason it's twin brothers. Together through thick and it's day one-ish. They've had their problems. Tonight, Jimmy Uso is here to battle each other. The World Heavyweight Championship.
Town Hall.
Ladies,
United States champion.
and gentlemen, what an incredible night. Who is now the United States, the Hawaii family bloodline. Jacob Butts, champion of the Werewolf. SmackDown, better beware. With a loaded mask, El Grande America.
Here is your winner, Americano!
We need
El Grande America!
We need instant replay.
Yeah, a lot of things happened there that really benefited from having steel on his forehead, but ref didn't pick up, and El Grande Americano certainly. El Grande Americano.
This is the moment. Ray Fiend.
Well done by all.
Respect the physicality.
The trash talking. Charlotte turning the offense around on Stratton. And again, Charlotte. And now slaps. And now to the bad knee. And gonna look for the figure 4 and the figure 8. Roll up now by Stratton. Here.
It's counter for counter, power for power.
Charlotte rolls through, trying to power Stratton up here.
It's about whose frame.
And Charlotte into the second turnbuckle.
Head off the turnbuckle.
Is gonna give out first.
There, Cole.
Yeah, critical move. Tiffany Stratton. Blast into the corner. Not sure if she got all of it, but sends. You can use one of those.
My man's got a flamethrower.
All right, officially the coolest entrance I have ever seen. Seth's getting his money.
That gas. Burn it down.
He's worth out of that thing, and I don't blame him.
Run that.
Wrestlemania for the wrestling, but stay for the karaoke. We've got a bit of everything here tonight in Vegas.
Chiseled from stone has arrived. The OTC. It's Sin City.
Record 10th time. Roman Reigns. For a main event.
Titan of this industry.
Mania.
Marching to the ring with his signature of ice-cold, effortless cool. A celestial swagger, the epitome.
Paul Heyman would normally do
Focus completely on dominating this trip's king of the industry.
happened, and it has. And Punk now dropped over.
A WrestleMania main eventer because of what's happening right now.
Back to Punk and try to beat the hell out of CM Punk.
On the remaining man.
And again, the personal animosity forces Rollins. Lifts Punk up. Oh, Heyman has aligned himself with Seth, who continues to be with the best in the business. And that freaking Rollins. And I'm sick.
So many questions. How long has this been the plan?
For years.
With Paul Heyman, yeah, years potentially.
We thought it could have been weeks or months or thought we knew Punk's situation, right? He did this to get under all this for
Tribal Chief is
rain skin. I mean, Roman's the one I feel bad about.
Stabbed in the back more times than he could imagine.
Guess what? This is only night one.
Low blows.
And guys, WrestleMania is Saturday. WrestleMania post-show's next. We'll see you tomorrow.